Hello guys, welcome in. I kept things on the wrong screens, which means I can't see all the things that I want to see, but I do see that we have a bunch of folks in the chat already. By the way, if you're catching the replay and you don't know me yet, my name is Debbie. I'm with Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and we like to make lots of fun cards and paper crafts and sublimation and wood burning and just lots of different things. Primarily, it's paper. Primarily, it's cards. And I like using my card making craft, card making supplies to make other things too. So first, I do want to say hello to all my chatty chatters. We have Miss Stephanie. Stephanie was in here first. She was in here so early. Let's see if I can get the timestamps on here. She was here at 11:50, or was that earlier? This is not wanting to show me the whole thing. Why is it not wanting to show me the whole thing? It's being difficult. Anyhow, yeah, she has been in here quite a bit, and we have Miss Stephanie, we have Leslie, we have Miss Jen. Welcome in, Jen. How are you doing, honey? And it's not, this is just, yeah, it's being difficult. Alrighty. We have Miss Jen. We have Idolide, and she was in here early too. 2 minutes till noon. ASMR, hello, hello. Leslie, sorry you missed a few streams. They were so much fun. That's from Miss Stephanie. Okay, thank you guys. So Leslie said, they always are. Debbie is a hoot. Yeah. It's not me. Most of it is you guys. You guys rock. I absolutely love hanging out with all y'all, and you make it so much fun. So thank you so much. Leslie is saying that, and Stephanie says that she is, wait a minute. Okay. Idolize, Leslie says, hi Idolize, we are crazy for crafting. Anybody else here like fall flavors? If so, what's y'all's favorite? I'm partial to pumpkin. I don't go for any of those. It's like, for some reason they put too much sugar in a lot of them. I actually had an issue last night. It's like we had, instead of doing our normal brownies, you guys know I normally make brownies if I have time and if I've washed the pan, which I had not. Yeah, last night instead we had M&Ms because Todd found them on BOGO. So I just had this little bag of peanut butter M&Ms, ate some of those, and after a little while it's like, you know what, this just doesn't feel right. It feels like there's too much sugar, and I don't do a lot of sugar anyway. So I do sweet and low in my coffee, the whole bit. So I don't really like all of the flavored ones, just because, yeah, I can't do flavored coffee. That just drives me crazy. Stephanie says, yeah, I'm just crazy all the time. Yeah, me too, honey. Leslie loves fall. It is still, okay, I'm in Florida, so it is summer until December. And Stephanie likes pumpkin as well. It looks like everybody likes pumpkin spice. I like the smell of pumpkin spice. I don't necessarily like drinking it. Okay, Terry Cooper says, late, stayed up watching Country Guy too long. Honey, you're not late. It's only 4 minutes after 12, and we're just starting at noon, and we are going to try to get done in, I'm going to attempt for an hour. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to attempt to do 2 hours. And then Stephanie says, hello, Terry Duper. So I think she misspelled that. Jennifer says pumpkin spice with extra cinnamon. All those scents I love. Oh, I also had a couple of caramel M&Ms, and that could be part of it too, because I love caramel, but the caramel does have too much sugar. And I can't believe they make pumpkin beer. I think Todd brewed that once and we didn't like it. No, it wasn't him. It was my friend Chip. Chip brewed it and we tried it, and it's like, no, I couldn't do it. Stephanie says, I love flavored coffee. I don't think it's too sweet. I have trouble. Maybe it's just the conflict between sweet and low and the other stuff, because I also don't do sugar in my drinks at all. I don't do sodas, none of that stuff. I do iced tea with sweet and low. I do coffee with sweet and low. And I'm only using like half a packet these days because I'm trying to not have it as much. And Todd does everything straight. You know, he doesn't do any sugar or anything in his coffee. He does double espresso, which I think I hear it brewing now. Yeah, anyhow. Yeah, that's exactly what I was feeling last night. Terry is saying caramel M&Ms are good, but I eat too many, or if I can't eat too many or I'll get sick. I started feeling a little bit queasy it's like we don't have dessert until like 10, so. Yeah, Leslie says I've cut back on my sugar-free drinks. So I used to drink Coca-Cola growing up, and then I switched to Diet Coke. It's like I actually got a job. My first job, actually, I'm trying to remember. I started drinking Diet Coke when I started my first job at Red Lobster. That was my first job. I was a hostess. First job at Red Lobster. Is this a 3-day? Yes, it is a 3-day. I need to take that one off. Anyway, my first job at Red Lobster, switched to Diet Coke and did that the whole time I worked there. And then it wasn't until I think 06 or 07 that I started drinking. I stopped drinking sodas altogether. Stephanie says, you know that sugar is better for you than sweet and low. Yes, I do. However, my mother was hypoglycemic, which is the precursor to diabetes. So I grew up on Sweet 10, if anybody remembers that saccharin stuff. It was this liquid that she would drip into the tea. So I grew up on that. So I've never grown up on sweet tea. I'm from the South. You got to have your iced tea. And it's usually sweet tea. And I cannot drink sweet tea. It's way too sweet. My go-to beverage is water. Mostly I drink black coffee. Well, here is my coffee. It says, I aim to misbehave from Serenity and from Firefly, from that show. So that's full of coffee. It does have creamer and sweet and low in it. And then I have my water. And that's what I have on my desk 24/7, pretty much. Okay, we are going to get started. I did show you guys in the in the title that we're going to be playing with the Candy Christmas collection. Don't know if you guys have seen that yet. It's super cute. And I'll have to tell you when I get started with that which one it is that was what I wanted to play with. Main reason I got this. Okay, so we have Gingerbread House. So we have a little gingerbread house. We have this one, which is Gingerbread Delivery, which is a hot air balloon with our cute little guy. And this one is, I looked at the pictures on Spellbinder's website. And so we do have a basket and everything for a balloon, but we have our little gingerbread man, which means that you can have, it can be like a parachute. So that's fun. And then this one is my favorite. This one is the one that I got it for. And this one is called, put the thing with the thing, Gingerbread Plain and Banners. So I wanted the plain. So cute, so cute. So I have already been doing some die cutting this morning, actually more than I thought I would get done in an hour. And it kind of works better when you have a slight bit of a plan. A slight bit of the... Okay, this is his double espresso that he just brewed. I told you I thought I heard him brewing. This set also comes with a train that I'm going to do for something else. So we've got our gingerbread train. I think that is super cute. And we've got these sweet borders. Okay, you prompted ASMR to do the feet. Hi, Todd. And Stephanie says, hello, Todd, meow. ASMR said, hey, Todd. Jen says, hi, Todd. Everybody's saying hello to Todd. So this one is sweet borders. So we've got candy canes and little candies, and the little peppermints. We have that. Then we have this border, which is like a snowy thing, but this is like with the frosting kind of. Oh, yummy, right? Yummy. Love that. So those are the other dies that are in this set. I don't think that I don't know if there was a sentiment in here, and now I don't know what I'm gonna. Oh, there are some sentiments in the banners. That's good. I'm looking back at all the things. There were other things in the collection. There are papers that I didn't get. There's ephemera, die cuts. Is that chipboard pieces? A lot of different things. Rub-ons. Ooh, there's rub-ons. Frosting or snow-capped mountain. I know. You could use these in so many ways. You don't have to use them the way that they're designed, okay? And that's kind of one of the ideas that I have for today. It also has this embossing folder. I have not run it through yet. This is, can y'all tell? That is going to basically be ice cream cone. This is waffle. This is a waffle cone. And I'm going to put my rose gold. I just decided this morning, it's like, I got to do the rose gold. This is going to be one of the ones. Jen can't. Okay. So we have Terry Cooper says, your stalker is laying by me. So that means that her kitty is watching me and listening to me talk. Again. And Jen says, you can't let him feel out. And ASMR says, rose gold is my favorite color. It is one of my favorites. I do love it. This is a 3D embossing folder, so I have to use the 3D embossing folder things. We do, instructions are on your platform base right down here. So you use the platform base A. You don't use the extra that is B, just A. Then you use your 3D embossing folder with your paper inside, and then you use the adapter plate D. So that's what I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to probably use this as a background, or I don't know for sure what I'm going to use it, how I'm going to use it yet. And you can always do the embossing after you die cut something else. So you could also use this, yeah, you could die cut your shapes, and that's another idea. So I do have more rose gold. I got different colors of foil cardstock that I got from Michael's ages ago that I have not used because I'm bad. And I never got around to it. But let's take a look at this. Is that pretty? It's a waffle cone. It's a waffle cone. I love that. Okay, so far what I'm going to show y'all what I've cut out so far today. And move my extra cardstock out of the way. Look at this. Look at. Are you impressed that Debbie is actually ahead of the game and has an idea? No, I have not decided on colors. I have not cut out all the things, but I have gotten a start. Does D work with both of my machines? Jen, the platform-based D goes with the universal plate system from Spellbinders. So if you have a Platinum or Platinum 6, it should have come with the platform and plates. So it is one of the plates that came with it. So I don't know what machines you have to know if it's going to work or not. I would say that whatever machine you have, use the sandwich it says to use for 3D embossing folders. If it says do not use a 3D embossing folder with it, then don't do it. Okay. And organized too. I know, right? Actually, this bin is actually from Dollar Tree, and I've got, I think, a few different ones, and I've even got this type that are bigger and older and grungy and all the things. This one has actually just been sitting on my shelf because I was going to bring it out. For Sizzix, I would say follow their instructions for doing 3D embossing folders. So I don't know what their sandwich is. I do not know what it is on a Sizzix. I do know, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. Well, it's not really a secret. I'm going to be sharing about this later on. But I had some problems with my chrome base plate. I think I showed you guys how the plastic part was warping. Well, here's what happened when I tried to fix the warping. This broke. Completely broke. So I can try to use this. This part is fine. It's the plastic that holds everything together and makes it so it's the right thickness to go through your machine. So that broke. I contacted Sizzix. I just bought this in January. So I contacted Sizzix and they asked for pictures and all the things. They were super nice. And they're sending me a new one. They did say because one of the things they asked for is, can you send us a photo of what sandwich you're using? Because that should not happen. And that's good business anyway. That's something that all companies should ask you if you're having a problem with something. They should want to know, what did you do so that we can try to prevent it? Okay. So I sent them pictures of what my sandwich was. It had my Platinum 6 in the side. It was the Platinum 6 stuff. And their response back was, first off, they're sending me a new one. It's a $68 thing. They're sending me a new one. And they said that they don't recommend it going through a Platinum 6 because they have not tested it. So they recommend it going through a Sizzix machine. So I'm probably going to... Jen says, your broken plate is what I'm looking for. The chrome base plate? Yeah, there was links to, I gave you links to that, honey. Okay, I'm getting confused. So you said, does D work with both my machines? The D that I just used is not the chrome base plate, so I don't know why those are connected, but the D is for 3D embossing. The adapter plate D is for 3D embossing on the Platinum 6 with the universal plate system. The chrome base plate is for when you're having trouble getting your die cuts to cut, and it's for intricate dies. Okay, so I'm probably going to be showing more of my Sizzix because I do have the big hunkin' thing that's this big and takes up my entire desk, but I will be showing that when I need to do that. So I need to find a home for it over by my desk along with all the other things that are here. Anyway, what I've done so far is I've cut out a bunch of gingerbread. This is the backing, okay? So there's a couple of things that we can do. I think this is so cute. Look at this cute little airplane. So my thought on this is the perfect size for an ornament. Okay, so that's why I cut out a bunch of them. So we're gonna make at least an ornament or two, but you can also do the same thing and, okay. You just wasn't sure if it works for both. With any of your products, you want to check the product description to see whether or not it works with your specific machine. I have made a mistake on that before, and a lot of you guys that have been here for a while know this. I actually have a foil press, a Gemini foil press from Crafter's Companion. I have one of those. Most of the foils that I was purchasing were glimmer foils because that's what I could get at Hobby Lobby. Hey Norma, welcome in, honey, because that's what I could get at Hobby Lobby. So that's the kind of foil I was using, and it basically every time, hey Rhonda, you are in early, honey. Yay! So every time that I would use it, it would cause my foil press platform to warp. Because I had to have it on higher heat, and that machine is, even though it's got controls on there saying you can do it, it's really not designed for higher heat. The plastics that it's made out of, they start to melt. So it's not good for higher heat that the Spellbinder's glimmer foil requires. Okay, so that's kind of how that part worked. So in order to do that, I thought it was going to work in my Big Shot or Big Kick, which is what I already had, my Sizzix machine, and turns out no, it doesn't. So I had to also buy a Gemini Junior, the electronic machine, in order to be able to even use the thing. So because I made a mistake on which one I got, because I was trying to save money, I had to spend more money to get another machine. So I still have both of those. I don't use them very often. It's been a long time since I actually used the foil press. I wound up using it enough trying to learn how to do hot foil with the thing that the platform broke, and I had to buy a replacement platform because I would go like 6 months in between foiling back then, and it was no longer under warranty. So when you get a tool, I know a lot of you guys say, I have such and such and it's still in the box. Use the thing. If for whatever reason it breaks, if it's out of warranty, you're out of luck. If it's still under warranty, there's a chance that you can get it replaced without having to buy a new one. Anyway, we're going to make some ornaments. I think I want to start off with the little plane. And the way that this is going to work for ornaments, you can tell this is really thin doing just one. And this is even when I'm using my craft cardstock. So you want it to be thick. I don't really need it this thick, but I figure some of this is just brown cardstock that I thought was craft, that was heavyweight, and some of this is at my actual heavyweight craft cardstock from Michaels, which is thicker. I have noticed that the Michaels cardstock, don't know why, but I have Nina Solar White 110 pound and I have Michaels 110 pound, and my 110 pound from Michaels is thicker. It feels like heavyweight cardstock in my hands. The Nina Solar White doesn't feel as thick. Not sure why. Could be just the package that I got. I don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 of these little guys. So if I do Yay, you're over on Twitch too. Yay, Stephanie's on both. By the way, Stephanie, if you didn't already know this, and you probably did, it is right now September on Twitch, which means they are doing, let's see, I'm going to try just 4, and we're going to see how thick that is and see if I need to do any more, because I'm also going to put stuff on it. I'm going to layer more things on it. But, this is when you get your glue out. It is September, which means that there are discounts right now on all Twitch subs, regardless of what channel you're going to. It is between 25 and 30% off. I think 25 is if you do the 1 month, and 30 is like for a 3 or I don't remember. It's like one of the other tiers. Just like you can do multiple, but you can get a discount on your Twitch sub if you want to. Norma says, hi, Stephanie. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, and my TV. Oh my God, she's got me on her TV. Honey, they watch me on the big screen. I don't understand. He's not making a comment. This is his lunch break, so it doesn't really annoy him as much when I'm talking, but I want him to reply. That's why I bug him.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now, back to our show.
Thank you, Jen. Was that directed to me or at the Todd? She did an interruption saying that we bring this, I don't even remember the words. We bring you this interruption to say, I love you. Now back to the show. Hi, Ilka. Welcome in, honey. I just realized something I should have done if I'm only going to do 4. That actually looks like it might be thick enough. No, it's not thick enough. I'm going to do some more. I'm probably going to have to cut out some more. I'm going to do 1 ornament, and then I'm going to save the rest, I think, for a... That's the chipboard. I'm going to do that. I may save the other ones for a card. So to do this as an ornament, you're going to want to put a string in there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and glue some more together. This is going to be 8 thick. And we're going to see, there's no way that it can be too thick, but it could make it so that you don't have to go quite so thick. And all I'm doing is just layering these up and basically creating my own chipboard. And the reason I decided to just pick 4 and then 4 is because I kind of want the string to be in the middle. So with these together, it's going to be about that thick. I think that's going to be nice and stable to go on your tree. And let's see, what thread do I want to use, or what string? What do I have in my drawers over here? Because I don't remember. Not that drawer. Not that drawer. Not that drawer. There's nothing in that one I can use. I have done this with baker's twine before, and I can do that. It just kind of makes a little bit of a lump in one spot. I may do that. Where the heck did I put those? Because I just saw them. How many times have I said that? I saw something and I forgot. Okay, so Stephanie just resubbed her 2-tier stub for 5 months. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you for the resub over on Twitch, hon. It's not in that one. It's not in that one. Oh, come on. I have to have string in here somewhere. I still can't find my scoring board that I lost yesterday. So after this, it may have been before or after the stream. I'm not sure if it was during the stream or after the stream that I lost it. Jen, really? Debbie's on the big TV because she's a star. Yeah, Todd laughed at that one too. He definitely laughed at that one. Okay, I don't know where my stuff is. I think I have some, that's purple. I don't want to use purple. Okay, give me a second. I don't know if I changed my Be Right Back background. I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay, I will be right back.
Let us make right back.
Okay, so the Todd decided to try to read the whole thing. And it's like, lebs make writered back. Okay, so now you guys know why he amuses me so much. He says stupid things like that, and it's just hilarious. Okay, I do have ribbons. I have twine. I have all. This is like one of the things that I never ever use. The thing that I thought fell off my desk fell towards me, so it should have been at my feet, and there wasn't anything there. Do have some silver. Maybe that would look cool. So what I could do with that. That would look cool. I think that might be a little bit too long. And like I said, I never actually use this stuff. I am using a different pair of scissors than normal, just because they're here and I don't know. I don't have a designated ribbon or fabric one because I don't do it. Jen wants to know, Todd and Grogu, where did you hide them? Okay, and because I want this to stay together, I'm also going to use something else I don't use very often that I've had in my stash since I was trying to do, when I was first learning paper crafting, there were all these little 3D things that you can make and just lots of different paper things. So I got one of the tiny attachers, which has little teeny weeny staples that are perfect size for this. So I'm going to staple this together. So now it is right there. Okay, and now I'll be able to attach that. And is that too big? It might be too big. Is that too big for our little airplane? I think it'll work. But what I could do is we could add some clouds. So we have clouds. So before I start assembling it, why don't I make some clouds with our little cloud dies and see how that would work. So Stephanie says, yes, did you mean it's yes, it's too big, or yes, it's good? Hey, Jana, I love that you said happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's too big, so that means I need more around it. So I can do some clouds around it. So let's cut out some of those. And I'm using my white heavyweight. So we can make this be a little bit bigger. It could be cute to do the the jet plane card. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. But yeah, the silver does look pretty. It is just a bit big. So now I need to cut out several of these. So it's going to take me a little bit. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I think that has enough room for one more. So that could go there. Let me grab another sheet of heavyweight. That's not heavyweight. I'll just use it anyway. Is there anything else I want to cut out? Oh, here's another little cloud. There's another little cloud. So I'm going to cut out multiple layers of this too. Oh, it's a cartoon. Okay, yeah. I just thought a gingerbread airplane just sounded like such a cute idea. And what I'm basically working on right now is just the base. What I could do first, so that you guys can kind of see what's going on, I did go ahead and get part of the decorations done. So I cut out a couple more pieces. So for the clouds, we're going to be layering some of those up. And I probably need to do a second one of these. So what I've got is, we've got a couple of different shapes, and I colored. I should have done this different. I'm going to cut out some more, I think. I cut out 3 versions of it and did them all different
colors. To bring you this important message. I love you. Now back to our show.
Ellen, hey! I haven't seen you in here in a bit. How are you doing? Todd foot alert. Let's go ahead and glue these little pieces together, and then I'm going to do it on one side of the plane so you can see what the plane looks like with its drippy frosting. What kind of card will it be? Well, right now what I'm working on is an ornament. First things first, we're making an ornament. Adulting right now and packing for a trip to Disney. Fabulous! So in case you guys don't know, Miss Ellen lives in my neck of the woods. So her drive, she's going to be doing probably maybe an hour and a half drive. Not even that much. I think you're further south than me. But anyway, she's going to be doing a short hop, skip, and a jump. Was there another piece that I missed? Oh, I didn't get the wings. Do they go straight up against it? I can't glue this on yet. I have to cut out the stuff for the... I was thinking they were. Yeah, you're a little bit further south, so it'll probably take you a little bit less time depending on how long it actually takes you to get onto I-4. Okay, so we have these other little pieces. I'm pulling up the thing so I don't miss anything. Planes and banners. So we have... Oh, it's got two different colors for the frosting. That's interesting. Let me move my... I'm going to put my planes... Putting my planes back in their place. She's not going to Disneyland. She's going to Disney World. Because Disney World is here in Florida. Let's see. We have... So this piece is... I'm just looking. Okay, this is the tail. So this is one piece of the tail. So this is the part that has the same color as the top of our plane, which I've already glued together, which I also have to cut another one out. So I'm just reminding myself I need that color, which is this color. And Adeline says she just posted something on Discord. Scrolling up. She created a coffin box. Yes. Oh yeah, we were talking about that, weren't we? So this part needs to be white. No, this part needs to be craft. And I still have craft sitting over here. And I think I can cut two at once. That would be nice if it works. Depends on the thickness of the card as to whether or not it'll actually work. Which means I should probably try it with the white too. Do I have two places where it'll fit? Have that piece that'll fit. And then I have this piece that will fit. Fabulous. And I am placing my dies a little bit apart. Yeah, that's two layers. Because even with doing it like this, you may sometimes wind up with different thicknesses. Here it is. Different thicknesses, and when you do, you know what happens? One of them will cut and the other one won't. If they're too close together. And you also have to be careful that they don't jump when you run them through like that. Okay, this one looks like it cut through okay. So we have our pieces. Why am I taking it out? I need to color this one. Is this the one I color? Yes, this is the one I color. Actually, both of them. I've got another one I need to color. So this one, let me put it on top of something that is not going to stain and stuff. Easy cleanup. I think you guys are glad that I'm doing the part where I'm not actually having to think about. I'm having to think about things instead of just being done. Okay, so the first one we've got is either green or... Oh, that one, we did it in blue. Let me grab my blue. So I did one in green and one in blue and one in red. And now I need to cut additional ones because I was dumb and didn't do it right. So I'm going to go ahead and color the top layer here. So this is our blue one to match the blue part of our plane. Okay. And this is a double layer, so let me get the other layer off. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. Now, the picture I'm looking at, it's where for whatever reason they decided to do the tails not in gingerbread, and I'm going to do mine in gingerbread because I can, and that's who I am, right? Okay, Leslie said, I'm looking back because the sentence starts with "with." I want to see what you said before. I don't see it. I may not have scrolled down. Linda says, remember to like the video. Yay. Stephanie has never been to either, but it's on my bucket list. My next door neighbor, when I first moved to Florida, well, when we first built our first house in Florida, me and Bob, that was my first husband. But when we did that, oh, that's going to be cool. Anyway, our next door neighbor she worked at Epcot. So occasionally she would give us her freebie because they got free entry like every 6 months or something like that. She worked for Epcot in one of the offices. I think she was in design or something like that. So it wasn't still don't know how this goes together. Oh, okay. I think I get it. Let me take out my plane. Is there a... Okay, this part is for up here. So that goes up there. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that one down. So yeah, she worked at Epcot, so she would get us in, and one of her neighbors, because we had 4 of us. Her thing was for like 3 people. So she would get 3 of us in, and she'd have one of her buddies come over to the gate and get the last person in. So we would get occasionally, like probably once every couple of years or something, we would get to go out there for free because we were broke. Yeah. Anybody else ever been in that boat where you're just broke? So anyway, we would do that. Now, I have not been back in quite a while because Todd doesn't really like Disney. He likes Universal Studios, and that's fine too. And we haven't gone there since before COVID. I think the last time that we went was in 2017, and it was right after that I caught a cold and never got better, and thought that I had breathing problems and things. And so for 2 years I was sick and not going into the office and all the things, and finally lost my job and have been doing full-time crafting ever since. But we did get to do the new, at the time, they were the new Harry Potter rides. So that was super fun. Leslie, she says, I've been so broke, I can't pay attention. Well, you know, that's one thing that kids do for you. They definitely make it so you have no money. I mean, I loved my girls, but we were always fighting to get anything done because, yeah, it was just the thing. Okay, so this one goes on that side, I think. No, this one goes on this side. This one goes like that, and this one goes like that. And there is, on this one anyway, there is a little embossed line there, so I can put that on the tail, on the back end of the plane there. Actually, I'm going to change this. I'm changing it up. I'm going to, yeah, come off of there. I'm going to recut that one. And I'll explain why I'm doing this. I'm going to take one more layer. I was not going to do that. I'm going to decorate this one and then put it over the top of my thick piece, because otherwise, yeah, it's going to be... it's going to be almost too much dimension, and it's not going to be flat laying. It's not going to lay flat to the other side of it. And sometimes you realize that you should have done something different early enough on, and sometimes you don't realize it till the end. I'm glad I realized that early on. So that one's going back in my bin. I'm going to do this one layer. And we're going to go ahead and put these little guys on there. And I think I can get away without having to put that additional piece of cardstock. Don't think I really need it. I just needed the color. And since I'm doing everything, since I'm not doing a second color inside there, I really didn't need that backing piece. Not for this part. These other ones did need them because they're going to be going behind it. Finally done my essay for college. Yes! Yeah, college is a beast. I was working full-time when I went back to school and finished in, okay, that goes a little bit higher, right about there. I finished in 2014, believe it or not, with a degree in business admin. And so I do get to use a little bit of that, but there's so many things that I do not remember. Okay. So we've got that. And looking at this, it probably was supposed to have been white frosting, but that's okay. It's still going to look cute. I'm using wrong colors. They're not matching up the way it looks on there, but that's okay. This is still going to be a cute ornament. So looking at the image, it looks like there was a color of frosting on the wings, and there was a different color of frosting on the top and on the tail fins. It's like the wings and the middle piece matched, and then the tail fins and the main part matched. But look at that. It is so cute. I mean, I do still have white ones, so I could take them off. I'm going to do that. I keep changing my mind, guys. Did you see that? I am just changing my mind left and right here. Let's see if I can get these apart. But I'm not going to worry about that. I can cut out another one. Cutting out another one is fine. It's all fine. That one goes on that side. And this one goes on this side. And that's going to be white. No, this one goes on that side. Ah. Oh, wow. You're doing IT security? No. I mean, like I said, I did graduate in 2014, but here's my story. I'm going to just color that blue. Here's my story. I went to school initially in 86. Spring semester was in 1985. No, I'm sorry, fall semester was 1985. So I went to school in 1985, dropped out in 1989. I met my first husband, we got married and all the things. And then I didn't go back until, what was it, 05? It was either 05 or 06. And I paid for everything out of pocket. Oh, this is the wrong one. That goes up. I don't need that one right now. I am just losing my friggin' brain. This one goes here. Okay. It is cute, but I'm changing my mind about the colors because I want it to look adorable. I want it to look really, really cute. Yeah. Once I get the first side done, all I have to do is make sure the second side matches and I'm good. That wasn't what I was going to do. I was going to do it with the other color. That's why I messed up. There we go. Right? Yeah, this is going to go on this side. Okay. Yeah, you can do anything you set your mind to. Part of it is just finding the time and energy to get it all done. Okay, now it looks better. Now I just need to fill in that little bit of blue on the on the thing right there, and now it's right. Okay. There. Okay. Now I have to do the same thing on this one. All right. I'm getting there. I'm getting there, guys. I promise. And the ones that are in the image that I'm looking at is pinks. It is pinks and reds, and this one is going to be blue and white. It's got two colors of, it's got red on the inside the windows. It's got pink, dark pink for the parts that I have that are white. And then it has light pink here and light pink on the wings. And I'm not doing mine exactly like that. I'm doing it just blue and white. All right, here's the first part. Now I got to get the rest of it done. Okay, that was a lot. Do they have one in North Carolina? The blue makes me think of Welcome Baby Boy. I know. Well, I did green, I did red, and then I'm doing blue because blue's my favorite color. But yeah. Okay, I need the ones for the wings, and the wings are, here's the frosting for the wings. And we're going to do those in the dark blue, so I'm going to grab my white cardstock, and since I'm cutting stuff out of this one, why not cut out some more clouds while we're at it? Because we know we're going to need more clouds, right? I may only get through one ornament, but at least you'll have the idea, right? This is taking me longer. I did so good with getting my die cutting done earlier that I thought, oh, this is going to be a breeze. I'm going to be able to have time to do all the things. And it's like, probably not. I did make a second card yesterday. Do y'all want to see it? I added the sentiment to that first one to our clock, and then I made a second card that was not standard cook. Did I? Oh, it is right. Okay. I thought for a minute there, let's see this one. It looks like it's cut wrong, but it's not. It's actually cut correctly. These need to be dark blue. Okay. So these need to be dark blue. Let me go ahead and color those with my marker real quick. It's actually easier to do it if you have them layered inside where they were just cut out. So y'all say yes, you do want to see it. I think I'm going to give it to my mother-in-law, and she doesn't, I don't think she watches. She's very supportive, but she's also been really busy with my father-in-law and stuff, so I know she doesn't get a chance to watch the video, so I can show y'all and she's not going to see it. The reason is because one of the things in the autumn harvest part that I think it's autumn harvest, in the autumn die, I thought was a squirrel is actually a little fox. So there's the little foxy, and she loves foxes. So, and now I realize the sentiment is crooked, and I didn't see that it was crooked yesterday. But isn't that cute? I love how that one turned out. And that's the thing, you don't have to do the cuckoo clock to use the clock. The clock can be used a lot of other ways. Get back in there. Stay put. Okay. So I'm also coloring my nail. We saw that. My nail is going to be orange and blue now. Unintentionally, I'm probably going to color my thumb. Okay. So we got the frosting bits. Let's go ahead and add that to our little plane. And color the bits that I missed. So you can see that today I decided not to hunt through all of my scraps to try to find the right color for things. It would be faster and you wouldn't have, well, in some ways it's faster, in some ways it's not. Okay, that one goes there. Oh, that's so cute. Anyway, you get to take your pick as to which way you want to do it. You can color your color your bits. You can also do real pretty coloring instead of doing the quick and dirty method.
Let's have an understanding. Now what? Brother, what a way to run a railroad.
As I was saying.
As I was saying...
Okay, so we have one plane. And we can put some clouds behind it, which will make it so that with the ribbon, it will look better. Okay, so we can put clouds on. We can basically do, look, how do I want to lay this out? Because what I'm doing at this point, I'm just putting down a few clouds, okay? And then we're going to put our plane in there with it, and then we can adhere everything together. Our ribbon can go behind the bigger piece. ASMR asks, can you use alcohol ink markers instead of ink pad on coloring stamps? I am still a noob to card making, or do you not suggest it? You can do that. I think I like water-based markers better for that, and I don't do it very often. That's another thing. It's kind of one of those things that you find some of your favorite techniques, or I can't even say it's favorite techniques. Here's my recommendation. Find an idea, practice it. Just do it. Try things out. And if you try something and you don't like it, don't do it again. If you try something and you do like it, keep going. I don't think that alcohol markers are going to really stain your stamps, but that's really the only bad thing about doing that. Also, alcohol dries faster, which is why using water-based is going to be better. Like watercolor marker. There's a lot of, if it doesn't say that it's an alcohol marker, it's probably going to work on your stamps. Do I need to do a video with that sometime, guys? So let's see. Could do that. Could do. Do we like that arrangement for the clouds? Or does this one need to go in the front? I kind of think it needs to go in the front because you can't really see the tail. I don't know. I'm having trouble figuring out how I want my clouds to go. And I really don't need a lot of them. I could just do a couple, to be honest. I don't really want it behind that white, though. I think this is going to work. Kelly is editing. I'm so bad. I have a video that I've been needing to edit for the last... I've had it recorded for, I think, 2 weeks, and I haven't gotten around to editing. Okay, I'm going to add some glue to the bottom of this wing. And we're going to attach it to that one. Kind of making a diagonal, I think. Let's see, do I want it... I think I want it right about there. And then who is Jen? Jen is Auntie Cootie. Oh, another thing that I was working on today. I was working on audio. So at this point, I'm thinking you guys are probably going to say that audio sounds fine right now. But I think I figured out, we're going to have to see, I think I figured out how to make it so that Elizabeth will hear all the things that you guys do. And that we'll be able to have her hear Ronan when he comes in the next time. Keep changing my mind. Okay, I think I want it there. And then maybe... Do I want another cloud? I think I just want the 2 clouds. Does this look okay? Are you guys happy with that one? Because I basically have to go back and do the whole thing over again. Now, where's the other piece that I was using? Here's one of the thick ones. Okay, here we go. We've got both of our thick ones. Well, yes, I did, but I stopped because you changed your name to Anne Marit. Did I call you Jen? I'm sorry. I didn't even see the thing saying who was doing what. Oh, I don't want to do that yet. Dummy, let me just put it on here, and that way I know that it's on the right part. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like that. Okay, so we've got half of our ornament done. Okay. So I'm probably going to need to add some pieces of, in between the clouds. But there is the first half of our ornament. So the way it's going to go is we're going to have it on a string like that. And it can be flying in your tree. That's going to be cute. Okay, now I need to cut out all the other pieces. All right. So I used these 2 for white. I used those 2 for blue. I need to do this piece again, and that's for the main part. So I'm looking at this to see what I did. I did these 2 for the clouds. This is for the main part of the plane. This is for the wings. And these are for the tail. Okay. And they all need to be cut out of white, and then I'm going to color them with my markers. And I'm throwing away any extra bits. Oh, I already have some clouds though. So I have... Let me make sure I have the correct clouds. So I have that one. And I think it's actually the same cloud twice. No, it's not. Or is it? Yeah, it's the same cloud twice. Okay, so I've got those already. So I don't need the clouds. I've already got one. So now I need all of those bits, and they may all fit on this one piece, which would be nice. I've got to change Twitch side to make it easier than Anticutie. Anticutie I know is because of your email address, and that's fine. I used to have my name on Twitch as Luminous Spirit. That is my gamer tag from when I played like my first games with Todd, just because I needed some kind of a thing to log into Steam. And I switched it to Debbie J's Crafting Corner because people didn't know who I was. They were thinking it was the same person. I changed it on Twitch. This sled, did you see that? Hey, kitty. But yeah, I changed it on Twitch so that it would basically be the same as where I tell you guys you can find me everywhere at Debbie J's Crafting Corner. The only places that I'm not that are ones where the name either was, I think it's not where it was taken, but where the name was too long. So there are a couple of them where it's like Debbie J Crafts or something. But pretty much everything is Debbie J's Crafting Corner. So if you look me up, you can find me. And that was done on purpose. Okay, let's take these dies off, and then I'll color these up. And this is how I was doing for the rest of it. Okay, I need my plane so I can see what I'm doing. Hey, Lady Cricketbug, how you doing, honey? And thank you for the check-in. We are making a plane, so I need to color this part, which is the background for our main body of the plane, the main cabin. And then for the wings, the frosting on the wings. I told you I'm not doing any special coloring on these. These are tiny images, comparison to all other things that I've colored. And I'm trying not to spend a lot of time on things that you're not going to notice the details anyway. Okay, so I've got those two, and then I need that one in the back, and that is this one. Oh my goodness. It's showing a super sticker for $1.90, $1.89. It's in USD. I got that fixed yesterday. Yes. I have not checked to see if it is actually correct though. So let's just see NOK to USD, and that was 19. Hey Terry Cooper, we're not doing the giveaway yet, honey. And it was correct. It did the conversion correctly. Yes. I am happy. So it did work. Yay. Now, one thing I do want to figure out, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because, okay, you guys had asked, or someone had asked to be able to do tips not through PayPal. So I did get that set up to be able to do that. Okay. Oh, Terry Cooper started a dungeon. That's what she was saying join for. Dang it. Okay. So I did set that one up. However, I don't know a way to set up a connection between my website and my alerts yet. Yeah, I was working on that yesterday. Okay, so we have another individual piece. So we're going to go ahead and decorate this one. We have our little wings here. See, this is going much faster now that I know what colors are supposed to be where. So there's the one wing. Oh no, I can't do it that way. Up. Okay. Good. Now that I caught this in time, let me make sure I get all the adhesive off the back of it. Because we're going on the other side, we have to do everything in reverse. It has to go on this side. So that means that I need to color on the back of all of these. So when you're doing an ornament, if it's not a circle or a heart or something that is the same on going both directions, you need to use the back of the dies. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay, so this one's going to go there, and it is very shiny, so I think it's very wet. It's full of ink. Yeah. So I'm putting that on the back about where I think it's supposed to go. So yeah, I'm looking at the front to see. And you can kind of see some of the embossed lines on the back. It's not as exact. So I need to do the main cabin next because, yeah, the main cabin is going to really determine whether or not everything is where it's supposed to be. Okay. Now the white piece doesn't really matter as much. It's fine to be able to use it. You just have to be able to put this behind it. Okay, that needs to go that way. Let's add our glue. And I wasn't paying attention, Terry Cooper. Did you kill the monsters in the Tangier dungeon, honey? This is going to be so cool. And this is also something you wouldn't really have to think about if you do it all in cardstock. If you cut everything out of the individual colors of cardstock instead of inking everything up. And I can already tell that this part on my wing is not in the right spot. I'm going to leave it. Nobody's really going to notice. There's that little bit of a gap between the frosting and the wing frosting. wait, I want this. I want this. So I can color it, right? Terry said, yeah, I killed them. She killed the monsters. Okay, and now we need to do the tail pieces of our little plane. Stephanie says, yay, Terry. I know, it's getting quiet in here because I'm trying to focus. Sometimes talking and crafting does not really go together. Oh, yeah. All right. So I think I need to put down anything that I want to do in white first. This one does not need to go in white because I had it with the craft background. And this feels so weird doing all the ink, all the gluing on the wrong side. Don't tell them, then everyone thinks it was intentional. Exactly. When you finish any piece of artwork, it looks the way it's supposed to look. That's just the thing. That is the way it is. Okay. So this one goes to this side. This one goes to this side. And then these pieces, I can glue them with blue underneath, and that's going to be perfect. Yeah, it really helps when they stay in place, but you know, it's one of those things. Okay, so we got that one, and then I need to go under that one, and then we can glue them together, and then it'll be done, and that's the happy things. Jenny G, hello, hello, says hello to... I dropped my wing. I don't want to... My tail fin goes this way, so it needs to be glued on the rounded part. Yeah, if you've done die cutting, some of you guys have done, kitty, some of you guys have done, electronic cutting machine cutting, like a Cricut. And when you do that, all of the edges are like sharp. They aren't rounded. When you use a die, it has that nice, pretty rounded edge. And that's one reason why I love dies so much more than doing things with my Cricut Joy. Although I do love my Cricut Joy too. And my Scan and Cut, and I need to do more with all of the things. But to be honest, I haven't had the time to think of ideas to create with those. That's another thing. It's like I could just grab a die and it gives me inspiration. I open up Cricut Design Space, and that doesn't normally happen. It just makes me think, okay, what do I need to make? Okay, I want to make sure that this lines up perfect on there, so I'm gonna take my plane and I'm adjusting my wing to make sure that it matches I'm taking my tail fin and making sure it matches the one in front. Okay. There, that looks better. Yay. Now I'm gonna color this one in. Is it this one? It's this one. I really only need a little bit of in blue. So I'll do that, and then I can glue these. And I did it on the wrong side again. Dummy me again. On the first side, it's where I tried doing the die cutting 2 layers at once, and so it didn't cut all the way through, so I didn't have to actually do that. I just used my marker. But we have another kitty. Stephanie, it's cat. Yes, exclamation point cat. Exclamation point kitty gets you the Christmas kitty. And it's a random one. There's like, I think I've got 3 of them in there, and you guys get to pick which one. You can pull it up and it does like one of them. Okay. So on the front, let's see how that was lined up. I think I had it lined up pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna do right there. And gonna do it on the front. I want the Christmas kitty. Okay, do it again. It should still be working. Okay, so looks like we have our second plane, which can now go on our other solid piece. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue that down. I am guessing on this one because I don't think I realized that there were tail fins that were not part of the main body when I was cutting this out. So, okay, there we go. Let's see how this does. So then when I put it on here, I do think I need to put another layer of my clouds. So I'm going to go ahead and start adhering those. I'm going to just adhere them right over the top, and I think I'm going to use some foam. Big surprise. So I'm going to use a little bit of foam between the clouds. You could cut more pieces of cardstock. And ASMR says foam. And so does Stephanie. And so does Ilka. Everybody's saying foam. I know what it was, is where y'all were typing it all at the same time. Okay, I think I want a second layer because it needs to go through all the way. Yeah. And then Norma, everybody's loving a foam. Okay, got that. Yeah, that's gonna work. I think. I'm dumb. I'm gonna take this off again. Sometimes you have to do things multiple times in order to remember what you were not supposed to do. I was not supposed to adhere this on there yet. I was supposed to do the clouds first. Let's hope that I don't rip it to shreds. So this is undo. I don't use it very often. And what I'm trying to do right now is not rip my cardstock to pieces. And it actually works. And it does dry fairly quickly. So this is going to dry. And I'll be able to put these together the way I intended to. Because what I need to do is I need to put this on here with our ribbon in there. Then I can worry about the clouds. I will try to go back and rewatch the video and maybe give you guys step by step in the instructions so you know what's supposed to be done when. So I want the string to be right about there, I think. And I'm gonna do a couple things. Where is it? We're going to do double-sided tape, and we're going to do liquid glue. Liquid glue makes it so it's nice and strong. Double-sided tape is going to let me put it in place. Who is bad? You've been naughty. So it looks like Norma has been naughty. There we go. So that's where I want it. Now we're going to glue this one down on top of it. And then we're going to glue that piece on top of this. Ah, yeah. Which also means you could do the same kind of thing with chipboard, guys. Stephanie is wanting to see if she's been naughty or nice.
Ho, ho, ho.
Okay. See how thick that is so far? Norma says, I guess Santa can't like me all the time. Okay. And now putting a double layer of foam there, it makes it flush with the rest of my plane. That was perfect. Okay, now I just need a little bit of foam, a double layer of foam for there, and that'll make it perfect. And then we can put the last part of our plane on. Stephanie says, this is the first time I've been nice. Honey, you're always nice. At least you're always nice to me. Have you been playing outside, Todd? Todd got a new plant today. Yeah. So I don't know if I told y'all, but he told me not too long ago that he was done putting in plants. I think he lied. I'm pretty sure he lied. Okay, he says no, he embellished. He did not lie, he embellished. And he was excited that he was done. Let me just say that. He was excited that he was done with all of the planting of the things. Oh, that looks cool. All right. And then this one, let's see, which way does it go? It goes that way. So I need to put adhesive all across this part of our plane. And then we'll put our cloud down so that it matches up with what's in the front. He changed his mind. Terry asked, Debbie, does Todd have any silver dollar plants? I don't know. Do you have any silver dollars, honey? Plants. He said maybe in my desk. It's like, no, plants, honey, plants. Okay, we're almost done with the ornament. We are almost done with the ornament. And I may actually have enough to make a plain, but it won't be blue for a card to go with it.
Ho, ho, ho.
Okay, Kelly says, gotta go. Looks good so far. Kelly, you're not supposed to leave me, honey. Okay, so putting the... So now we have the plane on both sides. And this is actually fairly heavy. Look how thick we made it. Oh my goodness. If he doesn't, I've got too many. I'll be happy to send him some seeds. See how thick that is? Yeah. So there we have a fun little ornament. I'm probably going to sign the back with my name and the date, the year, like I do my cards. let's go ahead and put together another little plane. And now that we know how to put together a plane, right? And this time I'm not going to be doing all those layers. So what color do we want to go with? Do we want to go with red or do we want to go with green? And I figure I'm going to be using the waffle cone as the background. So what do y'all think? Or do I need to cut another one out and do it in the blue? I didn't see anything so far. What didn't you see, honey? Stephanie likes the green. I do like that. That is cool. And the clouds definitely made it bigger, so it was a more substantial ornament. And I got to show y'all how to use undo. I didn't explain it, but I think y'all saw it. It's got that little ledge that you can slide in between the cards, and it acts as a funnel to put the liquid down in there, and it helps to release all that adhesive. Norma said pink. I don't have pink. I've got red and I've got green, or I can recolor and do a matching one for the blue. Okay, we've got lots of people saying green, so I'm going to put the red away. We're going to do the green. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this down on there. Oh, it's a shade of red. Oh, yeah. Hey, Miss Bethany, how you doing, honey? So what I'm probably going to be doing most of the day is still playing with this stuff. Yeah, I'm probably going to make some more. I did start the little gingerbread man and the house, but again, I have to do all the other pieces to go on there. This is so cute. But you only need to cut one of everything if you're going to be doing just the one to go on your card. If you're wanting to do the ornament, you'll need to do multiples of different pieces. And what did we learn on here? We learned to do 2 stacks of the main image and have them separate and have them about the same thickness. Then we learned to make sure you cut out all the pieces first, and so that you know what color is supposed to be what. And then you need to make sure you color the opposite side of the cardstock in order to make it go on there straight. But I think that turned out as a cute little ornament. She keeps trying, but he's got her in his crosshairs. Who keeps trying for what? Back from watching, Simon says stamp and Tim Holtz. Yeah. Rhonda, red and green plaid. I'm not doing plaid, honey.
Then we learned
Okay, so Todd said, and then we learned foamy. I'm wondering, does anybody out there know what that's from? They might. Honey, they might. I don't want to cut that one. I don't want to cut that one. That is a card base. I don't really want to cut that. Let's see. I need some white card panels. And I need to remember where I put them, because I move things all over the place to make it easier to get to. Here's some white. It's not a card panel, but. So far nobody said anything, but I know that there's a delay. And has everything been good on the stream? Has the tech part been good? Was that done? Did I do a good job fixing that? Okay, so we need both of these. And there are some signs, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do one of the banners. So we can have him have him with the banner this time. I did not do that for our and I have more clouds. I did not do that for our ornament. Sounds good and looks good. Thank you, Bethany. I haven't heard that there's any problems so far. And I told y'all I'm not using Restream today. And so far since I switched from using Restream, I haven't had the problems. So that may have been the issue. And if that is, then I need to contact them and say, hey, what's your problem? Okay, I'm going to cut a second banner also because I need to do one for the letters. As we have 3 sentiments. One says sending love, one says Merry Christmas, and one says Happy Holidays. Does anybody have a preference? Okay, so before I start coloring, I'm going to make sure everything's supposed to go with. This is to hold this little piece here. This one is to hold the banner. It's basically to attach it to the back of our plane. We have one of each. Okay. Okay, we have one of each so far. All right. So that one's going to be black. We're going to do black for the rope to hold our banner. Okay, and then this piece needs to be green. Yeah, that's the green one. I think this is the same green I used. Oh, no, I didn't. This one is. We have another Merry Christmas. So the pointy one is the one that needs to be the green. Okay, and then for the other 2, the backing needs to be green. Okay, that's the way it goes. Yeah. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna try it. I used green paper. No, I didn't. I used white paper. And I colored it. Okay, starting off with our tail. Got our little tail fin. I don't actually know what this piece is called. It's the vertical part that goes in the back of the plane. And that's going to go right about there. And yes, I am looking at our ornament to know where things are supposed to go. And then the rest of these should be able to just pop out because I don't need any more coloring, I think. Well, I guess I did use green paper. I used green paper that I colored with a marker. Just like the rest of these. I used a green paper that I colored with a marker. So that one's going to go on that side. And then we've got that one I didn't need. Where's my other green piece? It's hiding. Oh, it's still attached. There we go. That's why I couldn't find it. So all 3 pieces are the tail fins. It's possible. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I'm not 100% sure I'm right, so. At least I know that I don't know things. And I know that I do know things. I probably know more things than I think I know. There we go for one side, and then we're going to do this one on the other side. And then, okay, we do need 2 more pieces. There's a couple pieces I did not cut out. We needed the frosting for the wings. Where did I put those? Oh, here we go. Here's the frostings for the wings, but we also needed to cut out another thing anyway. And so far it looks like everybody is saying that they want the Merry Christmas, I think. Yeah, it looks like everybody's wanting Merry Christmas, so that's the one I'm going to cut out with our banner. So the little plane is going to be pulling the banner behind it. Let's see, there we go. And those pieces needed to be, those wing pieces needed to be green also. So let's go ahead and put them back in place on here, or put it over the card or something. Where's my other piece of card? Here's my other piece of card. This one has already got ink all over it. Oh, honey. Who was it? I think it was Amarit. I'm gonna have to go back and look because I forgot. My brain just stopped. Yeah, Amarit. She bought me a candy bar. She's also the one that bought us sushi, or bought me sushi, and we haven't gone for sushi yet. He's saying sushi. He's already eaten his lunch, so he's not having sushi. He usually has lunch right around noonish, which means right about the time that I start to go live with you guys. And I think you guys have been saying that you like me going live every day like this, huh? So this plane took a lot less time. A lot less time. Okay. So we have our plane. We have some clouds. We have this little thing to attach our banner to. Let me get the other piece of the banner. Oh, it says Sweet Christmas. It doesn't say Merry Christmas. That's awesome. I like that. Let me use this thing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Some of them didn't cut all the way through. This was heavyweight cardstock, so it didn't really want to cut all the way through. I'm gonna just pop all the pieces into my garbage can that decide they want to pop out, and the ones that don't, I'm gonna run it through my die cutting machine again. Actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that anyway. And since it's destroyed already, I'll use my precision base plate. I don't know if I can actually run it through. Luckily, they are sending me another one. I am so happy about that. The new one is only going to be used in my big shot, though, or big kick. That's what I have. I don't have a big shot. I have a big kick. And I think I'm going to try using the magic mat over the top to ease some of the pressure so it's not quite so bad. This is also the first time I've tried running it through with that being broken. And it's crooked now. Which means it was overlapping itself on the back. Okay, we're going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to try. So I'm lining up my die right in all of those little grooves. And then we're going to run it through. And if it doesn't work, you know what we're going to do? We're going to cut another one. I also neglected to put that at an angle like I tell you guys to do, so it was a little more difficult to put through. But it looks like it did work. Okay. Awesome. So all of my little letters are out. I just have to help them get their way out a little bit more. But it cut all the way through, so that is good. And then we can color this. We can color that green. And the reason I'm coloring this banner green, it's going to peek through where the words are. It actually doesn't need to be colored all the way to the edges either. It really just needs to cover up that part that's got the sentiment. So there we go. And I just realized that my scrolling was not working. Okay. Yes, you entertain me while I'm doing my chores. I've been entertained while putting out 1,000 live fires. No color in the banner red. Well, I already did this. It's where it wasn't scrolling. I'm sorry. I don't know why it didn't scroll, so I didn't see the messages, and I just noticed that it's like, oh, my scroll bar is like going up. So I did it in green to match the plane. In case you're wondering why I did it in green. So there we go. And yeah, you could do it in opposite. You could do the banner, the entire banner in red or whatever, and have the letters in white. And I'm going to put this on because that's why it's on my tweezers. And then we're going to bring back out the waffle cone. Oh, that's the wrong way. Yeah, the flat part of this should go behind our banner, on the flat part of the banner, right? I've been doing everything backwards today. Title of today's stream should have been... Could have gone the other way. Well, do you want the ornament, Stephanie? Stephanie says, are you going to give away the ornament too? Look at that. She says, yes, absolutely. That might be too shiny, but we also have got clouds. So I think that's going to be cool. I'm not going to use this full sheet, by the way, for this card. I'm cutting it down a bit. Yeah, I'm cutting it down a bit. This is going to be... Leslie says yes. I think I'm going to cut it down to... So it would be normally cut at 4 1/4. I think I want to go 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. Then we have card base. So that would go in the center there. Okay. And then we have our plane with the clouds. So I think that's going to be good. So this is almost done. You have a piece of vellum that would tone it down a bit. It would, but it would also take away from the shininess. we want... Okay, you guys will have to tell me. Do you want me to tone down the pretty waffle cone shininess with some vellum? Or do you want to see the shininess with the waffle cone? Because I'm torn. I think it would look great either way. But since one of you guys is going to win it, I want y'all to tell me what you think. Stephanie says she thinks the clouds will work with no vellum. I think that's probably right. we're gonna audition it before we adhere everything down. One reason I wanted to go ahead and adhere the background down is because the embossing did cause it to warp a bit. So it wasn't flat. So if I'm able to do, let me also... There we go. Now our card base is also flat. Actually doing better than I thought I was going to. We are at 1 hour 42 minutes. It's 1:42, and we're almost done with the card, plus we made the ornament, so we did pretty good. Wait, what? Somebody followed, our sweetheart followed the channel. So that was over on Twitch. So someone whose name is Our Sweetheart, she just followed over on Twitch. So thank you so much for the follow. And welcome into our crazy crafty community. Wait, I did that one at, I think I did a quarter. Yeah, I need to do the other side. Okay. I'm using my T-square. So one side does the 1/8, and I've been using that a lot. The other one does a 1/4 inch, gives you a 1/4 inch matting, or a 1/4 inch white frame, if you will, around it, so that you get everything. And as long as everything is cut right and you actually follow the thing, it should go fine. And apparently I still laid it down wrong. I haven't had to redo many of them, to be honest. I've been doing so well with this. I've been so excited. Yeah, I love my T-squares. So if I line it up correctly with the edge right there and with the corner right there, I also tend to have it down towards me because I'm the 1/8, and that works better for me. I think I just have it cut a little bit crooked because this side is perfect. The top is not necessarily exact, but that's okay. And we're going to go this way. So this is going to go across the top. So there is a lot of contrast between them. However, you can't really see the brown, which I get. That's the part that I think Rhonda was the most concerned with. However, if we have our clouds, I can have that off the edge there, so we can have a cloud here, right about there, and I've got a little cloud, and I also have another big cloud. Oh, that looks cute. I need a little cloud up here, though, behind this wing. And then maybe another little cloud back to the back so it doesn't look like it's just because... Okay, I think this is going to work. Do y'all like that? And looking at it, it does have a little bit of this coming off, so I'm going to slide it over a little bit. And where did I put it? Oh, that's where I put it. It's under there. Yesterday, I was using this stuff, which you guys know is press and seal. And since I know that's where I want everything positioned, I'm going to use my press and seal this time. Okay. That does not belong. The rest of these do. Let me press them down into there. And I've got a couple of extra little bits on here that do not belong. So the clouds, I think I'm going to put... The clouds are going to be glued down. And then the next layer is going to be foam. But my clouds I want to put right where they are. That was probably the hardest part, is because they're not attached to anything and they can move around. I want to make sure I get my clouds... At least these first, the ones in the back, done first. Hey, Leslie. Welcome in. And you said yep, and I don't know what the yep was about, so I don't think you might have been replying to something else we were talking about. I think I'm going to pop that one up, too. Have a kitty on the screen, and we have Todd's foot on the screen again. Okay, so right about there in the middle, I think will work. So I'm pressing that down so it's going to hold the clouds that are in the back. Okay, and then the rest of this should come up There we go. Because they did not have any glue on them. Okay. So next, we're going to put a little layer of foam around our plane. Our plane is the one that's going to have the foam next. Hey, Debadoo! How are you doing? Kitty! Foam with a vertical cut so that I can let go. I have to clean my... The scissors are going to have to get cleaned with alcohol. That does usually help to remove... If you get sticky stuck to your scissors, that usually helps. Let's turn this around so I can start at the other end. Everybody's doing foam. Yay. And I want to also just double check and make sure I didn't mess anything up and you guys have been hearing the ding with the foam that pops up. I know, I'm constantly checking to make sure that I'm hearing you. If y'all don't tell me that there's something wrong, then I have no idea that it's not working, and that if I don't know that it's not working, then I won't be able to fix it. Yeah, I know it has been a while, honey. That is fine though. We all have our times that we have to get away, and I have been live so much lately. It's like I think I might need another vacation. But I also love you guys so much. I don't want to leave. That's still not going to fit right. Okay, there we go for that one. And then I need another little piece to go on this side, on this wing. And then we can adhere our little plane down. And I think this one is going to get just a regular piece of foam. This one I think I'm going to put double. I'm going to double that one up. Actually, I could go ahead and do that now. I have a piece of double foam over here from earlier. Okay. So that's too big. That's okay. So this again, this one is another card that has got multiple layers of foam. It's not nearly as big as the one from Tuesday night, but... Okay. So, Debadoo, have you done any crafting lately, hon? I know you've been MIA, but that doesn't mean you haven't been crafting. And this plane would this is an idea for y'all guys, okay? This plane would do great as a slider on a slimline. Yeah, that would be really fun. Okay, let me get this down so I can see it. I'm gonna have to go straight from the bottom. Can't even get to your craft table right now. It's driving you. Debadoo, no! We gotta fix that, honey. Okay, now I need to have it over to the side. I think that's where I want it. There we go. Committed. Hey. And Todd's thinking, yeah, I need to commit you. There we go. Oh, isn't that cute? And that's done. That is it. That is completely it. She says, nope, I know, right? And oh, it would. Yeah, it drives me crazy. I need to have my space. I need to do my things. And there's sometimes that I just can't get creative, you know? Okay, so here are what we made today. We have our sweet Christmas card. It is still off to the edge some, but you guys know I do put it in the larger envelope. And we also have an ornament that is nice and big and heavy because look at all those layers of cardstock. So fun. So fun. And I'm really wanting to do the other ones too, but the plain is what sold me on the entire collection. I'm going to be honest. This is the one I really wanted, but the rest of it is so cute too. I mean, we've got our waffle cone. We've got our waffle cone embossing folder. We've got a house, a little gingerbread house. We have gingerbread delivery, which is a gingerbread man with a balloon and with a hot air balloon with a parachute and stuff. And then we have the train. Oh my goodness, the train. I don't think I even took the train out to show y'all, did I? Oh, we also have the other pieces for decorative pieces that I didn't use, but look at the train. That would probably make a good ornament too. It's big though. So that one would be a bigger ornament if we were to try to do that. It looks like it would probably be about the same width. So that would work too. So you can use your dies in other ways than just to make a card, right? You can do something like this where you make an ornament to go along with the card. So you have a card and a gift to give to somebody. Okay, we're going to do the giveaway. It is right now 1:53. So let me go ahead and make sure that this is reset. Yes, I'm doing the reset every single time to be on the safe side and make sure that we are all good. And let's go ahead and give this thing away. I actually have a couple of plans for the train, so yeah. And I'm not sure what I'm playing with tomorrow. I need to look and see what other collections. What other do we have? We have mouse stuff too. That's September. I need to do Fergus. I don't think I'm gonna do him on camera though, but he's cute. I got to show y'all at some point. I did get a couple of extra things to go along with the Steamboat Willie die set that we played with not too long ago that I made. Also that I made this with. So there's some new things that are Christmassy on that. So that's probably something we could do that tomorrow. Do you guys y'all were saying something about Disney. I know Ellen was going to Disney today. So maybe we should do Steamboat Willie tomorrow. What do you think? And then tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow at 3, I'm going to be live with Elizabeth Costa Rogers on her channel. I don't know if we're going to be trying to do it to both or not. It's up to her. It doesn't matter to me. I can always record it and edit and stuff later. But I'm going to be over there on her channel, and we're going to be playing with sublimation. So that's going to be fun. Okay, so Norma and Leslie both say that Disney sounds good for tomorrow. Stephanie wants the train. I will figure it out in the next couple of hours, and there will be an email going out tomorrow morning to let y'all know, and I'll try to even update the thumbnail. I kind of want to make another ornament or two, though, now that I got it basically in my head right. I should have prepped yesterday, but I was struggling yesterday to get all the things done that I was trying to get done yesterday. I still haven't gotten my photos edited. It's mostly because I was trying to learn how to do some things I haven't done. Yeah, it's a thing. Every time I want to improve things with tech, I have to research to figure out how to do it, and it doesn't always work. But anyway, we are going to go ahead and do the giveaway. So, and for this one, I am going to do both. So you will get the card and the ornament to go with it. Okay, I'm going to try to put it in a regular envelope. We're going to see how it does. If it's too thick, then I'll have to do a bubble mailer or something. So that is going to be additional postage on my end. And I do want to thank the folks that yesterday decided to go ahead and give tips to help me cover postage. So thank you so much for doing that. That really helps. One of my biggest expenses, or rather one of my biggest ongoing expenses, is postage. Yeah, because I keep having to buy more and more and more and more. Jen says, I pay my postage. You did give donations for postage, honey, so thank you so much. What I was trying to figure out how to do yesterday is trying to figure out how to attach the tips that you guys do through my website to my streams so y'all can see them when they happen. And I don't know that I have the capability. I know I don't have the knowledge, so that's something I need to learn how to do. But it's going to be researching to find who knows how to do it. Rhonda says she wants to get it, and Jennifer told me I need to stretch. Yes, I do need to stretch. So thank you so much, Jennifer. Another thing I need to do in the next day or two is I need to get everything out in the mail for the last 3 weeks. So none of it has gone out yet. Just letting y'all know, your cards have not gone out yet, but I will get those out in the mail as soon as possible. I'm going to try to get that done in the next couple of days. But anyhow, okay, are y'all ready for the drum roll? Everybody in that wants the cute little planes. I think it's adorable. I really want to keep it though. I love y'all too much. Norma said that we would share. What? Norma said, I said we could share. Okay, here comes the drum roll. Who's going to be the winner? Okay, who is it? Winner is Jennifer LM98. You are the winner, honey. So you will want to fill out the form that I'm dropping into the chat right now. I do believe that there is a supply list in the description on YouTube for you guys. It is the Link Deli visual supply list. And when I was looking back, I saw that yesterday I didn't actually have that visual supply list linked yesterday. So it is now in yesterday's live stream as well. So hopefully, Leslie said she would send it to she would have sent it to a disabled veteran. What? Aw. I actually have some plans for sending out more cards to some more folks, like the folks that are in my membership, and I haven't gotten a chance to get that done either. There's so many things I want to do and I haven't done. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here again with me today and keeping me company while I craft. And I hope that you learned something. I did make some mistakes, did fix them, and hopefully that was educational and helped you guys out. Also, that's the kind of thing that happens here all the time. I am a seat in my pants crafter, which means that things do go wrong at times, but I do try to fix them and try to show you guys how to do it. So hopefully that will help. And there will be, once I get everything uploaded, probably tomorrow, there will be links to other videos that you can watch where I do the same kind of thing. And you can join me on my journey for, right now we're doing Christmas and Halloween cards a lot. So be sure to check out my playlist for that. And anyway, you guys, I know what I need to do. I need to roll credits before we go, so let's go ahead and do that. So thank you to my supporters and to all of the folks that help me out on my stream, everybody that is members. And this list is so long, I think that's why it keeps getting faster. I have to figure out how to slow that down. I can't even see the names. But thank you guys. I love all of you, and I thank you so much for being here with me. And I will see you guys tomorrow at noon. But go back and check out some of the other videos that you may have missed. I have been live every day since the 19th. We did Craft-A-Ween, and then we've been doing Halloween and Christmas and fall things ever since. So anyway, I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day, and I think that's the wrong button. I'm going to see if this button works. It might. Anyway.